N Rave, here we go. Let's talk a little college football. First of all, Tucker, did the college football playoff get it right, especially by putting Alabama in at number 4 instead of Ohio State? What do you think?
I think, considering everything we know about the situation, Alabama should be in the playoff. The only loss came to Auburn in a rivalry game. Ohio State, of course, gave up 55 points to Iowa. Alabama would never give up 55 points to anybody. So, yes, Alabama should be in the top 4.
Everybody had one game that was a bad day. Georgia and Alabama both had a bad day against Auburn. You can say, all right, Ohio State had a bad day against Oklahoma in their home field, but then to go to Iowa and lose by 31, no, that just is not going to work at all. All right, next question. Should the Final Four become the Final 8? I think I'm the only one who calls it the Final Four, but anyway, look, I think it still is a no-brainer. People are still arguing about this, saying that they should stay at 4. I think this past weekend really shows that it should go to 8. Get the 5 conference champions in, even if it's a 2-loss team or even a 3-loss team. Let them be there at number 8 or number 7 and play the better teams. And let's see 3 wild card teams get in and see who's the best team in college football. So I'll go for 8.
I agree with 8. I saw an idea on Twitter this week, actually. Take the Power 5 conference champions, Georgia, Clemson, Ohio State, USC, Oklahoma.
Yep.
And then the next 2 high-ranked teams who aren't conference champions. And then for the 8th spot, to silence all the UCFs and Boise States or whoever says we don't get a chance, give that 8th spot to that caliber school with the highest record, top ranking, whatever you want to call it. There's your 8. Everybody's satisfied.
Yeah, no, I kind of like that. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. I think we'll continue to expand that conversation, and Ohio State in the Big Ten may be the loudest voice for an expansion to 8 teams. All right, how about Georgia's season? Did you hear, Tuck, they kind of won the conference the other day?
Yeah, I was going to start it off and just say I'm sorry. Number 2 team in the country, Auburn Tigers, getting ready to do it again against those Georgia Bulldogs. Number 2 team in the country, Auburn Tigers.
Number 2 team in the country, Auburn Tigers.
I said Georgia would have 40 rushing yards again. I'm really eating crow.
I know.
I'm wearing a red shirt. Of course, I wore a red shirt to the game, too.
I haven't been too mean to you this week, have you?
No, you were very classy. Everyone that I know that is a Georgia fan was very classy.
Good. Unlike Auburn fans, not you, but some of the Auburn fans I know are.
Auburn has some questionable fans.
Yeah, they still haven't called my show, by the way. I'm waiting for those Auburn fans to call me. But anyway, biggest surprise this year for Georgia. Look, I think this is a no-brainer. There are a couple of other options, but 3rd series of the first game of the season, Jacob Eason goes out and Jake Fromm takes over. And look, I know the people in Warner Robins love him, but there's no even his biggest supporters down in Warner Robins could have predicted what's happened this year.
No, they couldn't have predicted the way it turned out, but I don't think they're surprised at the way Jake Fromm handled it, and he's got them as SEC champions, and only the best is to come for Jake Fromm. He's 18 years old. Incredible season.
Number 2 team in the country, Auburn Tigers.
Finally, on Thursday night here on 41 NBC, it's the Falcons and the Saints. What do you think, Tuck?
Well, every time we really hate on the Falcons and doubt the Falcons, they actually respond well. They only scored, 9 points in the last game. This is a rivalry game. They're the underdog at home. They're not going to let that slide. The Falcons are going to take care of business, get it done against the Saints.
Mark Ingram is questionable for that game with a toe injury. That could be a big thing for them, even though Alvin Kamara has been a great player for them. So I'll take the Falcons in the game on Thursday against the enemy here on 41 NBC. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night for high school football, our last show of the year, as we track Peach County and Warner Robins to the playoffs, the end zone, 11-13 Friday night. We'll see you then.